Hello, my lovely wrestling fans. It is Kata from wrestling-infos.de here, and with me are Oskar Leube and Yuto Nakashima from the tag team Youngblood. Hey, how are you guys?
We're good. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm so happy that we can make this interview.
Yes.
So, yeah, 16 Carat Gold weekend is approaching fast. Yuto, since Oskar worked with wXw before, what did he tell you about wXw?
Oskar. Yeah, what I tell you about wXw. Instagram. Yeah, everything. What I tell you how wXw like Europe number big company. Okay. Like wXw is like Europe's like biggest company.
Okay, and do you have
maybe okay.
Do you have any expectations for the 16 Carat Gold weekend, Yuto?
Like what you look forward to 16 Carat
Gold. Everyone's strong.
Like all the wrestlers are strong and
I'm excited.
He's excited, yeah.
And your Oskar, what are your expectations for the weekend?
So I was there for the first time in 2022. Yeah, 2022. And I wasn't in the tournament, but it was just a great weekend with so many wrestlers from all over the world. And just the atmosphere was just very nice. So I would hope this time I would probably be the same atmosphere again, if not better. And then this time I'm actually doing a tournament, so should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Definitely on my bucket list to get that accomplished.
Yeah, we are recording this interview 1 month before the Carat tournament. So, Oskar, you're already in the tournament. Who would your dream opponent be?
My dream opponent, so far, Tanaka would be great. I always wanted to wrestle him. And then who else? Luke Jacobs, someone I've been wanting to fight for a while. I saw some of his stuff when I was in Japan from the wXw shows from New Japan. So I think we could have a pretty good match that would fit our style. But besides that, I'm open to face anyone, but I don't know how well my style would fit with Lucha Libre. So maybe no Lucha guys, but that's fine too.
Yuto, you still have to qualify, but if you qualify, what would your dream opponent be?
Masato Tanaka.
Yeah,
because he's super good wrestler. Before I watched Ishii, Tomohiro Ishii, and Masato Tanaka. You know, New Japan title, never open weight title.
They had like a never open title match in like 2014, 15, 16, and it was just insane match. And
So we do this interview with you as a tag team. So can you describe your tag team in a few words?
How you describe tag team? Maybe 3 words. 3 words, like strong.
Strong. Crazy.
Real. I'd say hard hitting, ambitious, and I don't want to say revolutionary yet, but that's our goal. So we have to see if that works out. So we're gonna try to change the tag team scene as a whole.
What do you think makes a good tag team?
What do you think number one important tag team?
Teamwork. Number important like dream, like vision.
Like a vision, that we have the same dream. I think friendship is very important because you travel everywhere together. You basically are in the same hotel room right now. So if you don't like each other, then I think that's going to be a problem. So it's important to also be friends outside of the ring. And we've been training together since 2019 now. This is our 3rd continent we're training on or living on. And I think it's really important that you just get along, and yeah, because then it's just 24/7. If you have ideas, you can talk to your tag team partner and see if that maybe might be something for your tag team.
And I wanted to ask you, what is the meaning behind your tag team name?
So we, as Young Lions in New Japan, you're not supposed to like have like special nicknames or something. But since we always tag together, and we had the vision of just becoming a tag team, we were thinking what would be a good tag team for us, or like a good tag team name. And since right now in New Japan there's like a shift, like a generation change, we see each other part of that, because the old generations are slowly on their way out, and there's not too many tag teams right now. There's lots of single wrestlers who have single ambitions, but there's no real new tag team. And we thought Young Blood would be a good name for that, because not just only are we young, we're also out for blood, because we want to go to our goal is to become champions, and if someone has to bleed for that, that's fine for us. So we thought that would be like a good metaphor, like a good name.
Okay. And you two met at Fale's dojo. Was there instant chemistry between you two in the ring?
Sometimes.
Yeah. I think in the beginning, because the first few weeks we don't do too much in the ring there. It's just conditioning, and we're on the same like athletic level back then. And Yutos just never gave up on any exercises, and I wasn't either. So we kind of like saw each other like as like the competition, as the rivals. Every time like he would do like finish his set, I would try to be like faster. Then next time he'd try to be faster, and we just always made ourselves better. And in the beginning we thought, oh yeah, I'm gonna fight him every time I see him. But then we stayed there. Yeah. I stayed there for 1 year, he for 6 months, and then we just got along great and pushed each other. And then it started off as rivals, but then we could realize that we make each other better. So we off better as a team. Yeah. And that's how it started off. But I'd say there was chemistry in the beginning, just more as rivals.
Yeah, not even a rival.
Yeah.
Good friend, but rival.
Yeah, we still see each other as rivals. We obviously still have single goals, but for now, our goal is to become the best tag team possible, and that pushes us up the ladder.
Okay. Speaking of your time in the dojo, what did your everyday life in the dojo look like?
So it was pretty much. Do you mean Fale Dojo now, or the New Japan Dojo?
Fale first.
Fale. So Fale's dojo was, I thought it was harder for some aspects, because we trained like 2 to 3 times a day. So that was pretty hard, and I also had to work part-time to support myself so I could eat. So it was a bit different from the New Japan one, where you only train once, sometimes twice a day, but the one time is just a very long session for like 5 hours, and in New Zealand we trained like 3 hours for 3 times a day, and it was just like you get done with training, you eat, you lay down for like 10 minutes, and then just straight to the next exercise, and it was just pretty exhausting.
Okay, so your time at New Japan Dojo was easier, or just different?
Not easy.
It's a different level of hard. So in Fale Dojo New Zealand, we had free time, so we finished the training, and then if we were finished with the day, we had free time, so we could do whatever we want. We could go outside, go to the cinema, go to the beach, have fun. Where in Japan, you finish the training and then you can't go outside. So you stay in the dojo the whole day. You do your dishes, you do all the chores, you're cleaning, and your focus is basically just wrestling.
Yeah. You fuck up, fired.
Yeah. If you fuck something up, for example, I don't know,
like
the training is bad or the cleaning is not good, you can go home. So that's like this. They don't care about you. Then okay, bye bye. We have plenty of more people who want to go to this dojo. So if you fuck up, then you can go. Where in New Zealand, if you do a mistake or something, then they're just like they explain to you, and then you can keep going. So it's more mental stress, I'd say. In Japan, where it's just different levels of like hard. Obviously, New Zealand was very hard, but I thought training wise and everything else mentally, Japan was like almost torture.
Okay. And
Yes,
did
yes.
it help make you into good wrestlers, or was it just like another thing on your pile of things you have to work on there?
It definitely breaks you down because the dojo, both dojos will break you, but the Japan dojo will break you to the point where you don't like think about it anymore. You just do stuff because you're supposed to. There's no thing like, why do I have to do this? It's just okay, do this. And training, you don't question, why do we have to do this 100 times? You just okay, next time, okay, next time. So that definitely helps for all the basics and stuff, because even if you're injured or if you're in pain, then you just keep going, you keep going. If you have real injury, obviously then you can't train, but if you're just in pain, you just keep going, you keep going, and that like pushes you, like makes you so much better in like such a short time. Where in other training schools over there, if you're in pain, usually people are like, I mean, obviously like, maybe try again next time, and then you have to wait 2 days for the next session. But Japan like teaches you how to just stop thinking and just do it. Yeah, so that definitely makes you into like, gives you the best basics in the world. No, like nothing can beat that.
Okay. And during your time in Japan, you started posting and speaking Japanese. Oskar, did you had problems learning the language?
Yes, I still do, because I have a really bad teacher.
Yes, super good teacher.
Just terrible. Just not good.
Super good.
Super shit.
Now one good teacher.
No. So I started learning right before I came back to Japan. And the language is it's just a very hard language. But I'm still on it. It's getting better. You see that? What was that?
I don't know. I saw it too.
My celebratory. Oh, he's still learning Japanese. No, so I'm still learning, and he's so poorly teaching me. But yeah, it's definitely something I still struggle with. But it's been getting better, and I outside understand like when they speak like 60-70%, but then answering obviously sometimes still struggle. But yeah, it's definitely it's a goal of mine to just be fluent. Hopefully one day.
Yeah, it's a difficult language. I'm learning it too, so
Oh yeah,
you're probably 1,000 times better than I am. So
was actually very difficult. Yeah.
yes. So Yuto, your debut in New Japan ended with an injury. Was it difficult to catch up to the other young lions?
Yeah, difficult. Yeah. But you know, I don't forget like the fighting spirits. Something, they're not super hard. Before, New Japan super hard because make money.
Oh, he says when he got injured, it was hard for him. It wasn't hard for him to like keep training and keep to just keep going. But before he came to Japan, it was hard because he had to earn money, and still he wasn't in the system. So you say before more hard?
Yeah.
Okay. But then she asked, you got injured, then Fujida, or you are coming.
Yeah.
How feeling?
How feeling? Super shit. But
your motivation?
Yeah, motivation not change. You're like up, just up, not down.
Okay. It motivated him more to like catch up back to them than like that it like what's das Gegenteil davon? It motivated him more than demotivated him. Yeah.
Okay, I know what you mean. Okay.
Yeah.
And were you nervous for your comeback, Yuto?
No, just excited.
Okay. And well, your time in the dojo ended. How were you told that you're ready for the excursion?
How we start excursion? How they tell us? Okay, you go excursion. You finish. It's kind of it happened like not they don't tell you like a month in advance, so it's more like like at the start of the year they're like, okay, New Year's Dash, it's gonna be your last match, you're going on excursion, and we're just like
before show starts.
Yeah. So it was like really like, okay, today's your last match, enjoy, you go on excursion that day, and we're just like, okay, because there isn't really like a process to how they like when you're ready as a young lion, it's more up to like the office or the office to like okay, I think they're done, they can go on excursion or whatever the plan is. Obviously for Fujita, he just did like a short excursion. Then Oiwa, who's in Noah now. Everyone has like a different excursion, and we're always hoping that we could go together, because it's not like they tell you, okay, yeah, you're gonna be tag team. It's always just like you train, you do your matches, and then you kind of wait and see what the office has in mind for you, or what they think would be best for us. And then we got pretty much told the day off that we're gonna go to like Europe and to like do Rev Pro and then wXw. But it's pretty much a free hand, so we're open to do any bookings everywhere in the world, just depending on if the time's right.
And how did your send-off match at New Year Dash feel like?
Last match, how feel?
Yeah. Not change, but after match, I watch crowd. Some people crying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then really, emotional.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like you said, there's like, it was not like another day in the office. Obviously, still more nervous, and New Year's Dash is a pretty big show, and we didn't know who we were gonna wrestle. They just told us, "Oh, you have a match today. Go out there." And then we had a match against the double champions, and we're just like, "Shit, okay." And it was just after the match, very emotional, because we were both on the top rope, and we like looked in the crowd, and people like were literally crying. That's what I love about like Japanese like fans and wrestling. They love emotions, and it's just felt really good to have like this big send-off match, because some people don't get that opportunity where they just go backstage and they're just told, okay, that was your last match, and we were told in advance, so it was a pretty special feeling. Yeah.
So Oskar, you went from Germany to Japan, back to Germany, and finally to Japan again. And now, after just 1 year, you are on your excursion. Was the back and forth difficult for you?
So I wasn't home a lot when I was in Japan. I was just, I think once. So I came back in May 2022, and then I stayed for a year and a half, or like a little bit longer. It was good to just stay there, I thought, because then every time I go back home, I kind of like not lose my focus, but then you kind of see what like real life would be with your family and friends. Where in Japan it's just wrestling. So it wasn't obviously hard sometimes when you get homesick, when you had like a long tour, 6 weeks, and then you get a week off and you're still in Japan, still in the dojo, you still have to train. But my time as a young lion wasn't so long. So Yuto was in the dojo for how long? 4 years? 3.5?
4.
Yeah, close to like 4 years. So when I'm here with my 2 years, I'm like, okay, it's hard. Like I can't imagine what it's like for the Japanese boys sometimes. How did you feel about it?
Yeah, hard, but I love progress. I love fight. Not too much stress, because I want this business. Like, if my debut match get injury, can't progress, but come back every time progress. Yeah. Not too much stress. Fun.
And how does it feel to be now in Europe?
For me, how do you feel about it?
Now,
Both.
so, man.
So? You know how, West New Zealand.
Yeah.
You say a little bit longer than saying. Yeah.
I want more food.
More food?
Yeah.
We just got here yesterday, so he did.
Okay.
For me, it's been, pretty normal. It was great to see my family and friends again, and then tomorrow is actually our first match at Rev Pro for an excursion. So yeah, not too many. How do you say? Noch nicht so viele Eindrücke. But yeah, so far it's alright.
It's beautiful, like a bridge.
Yeah, very, very, yeah.
Like Harry Potter.
Like all the architecture is very, yeah.
Yeah, I like train.
Yeah.
Looks like Harry Potter,
Yeah, it's it looks very different from Japan, where the buildings are just like
Yeah.
200-300 years old,
Yeah.
if not older. In Japan, it's just the temples that are old. The rest is like, I don't know, not very old. So it's just that's a bit different.
Okay. Some young lions are now on excursion, so there's room for the next generation. Who do you believe is a name people need to have their eyes on?
From the new Young Lions now?
Yes.
Be honest. Yeah. Now debut.
Yeah.
Urashima, Kato,
Kato, yeah.
Oleg.
Yeah.
So there's three guys are now already had the debut. So that is Urashima, Kato, and Oleg. Oleg, future world champ.
100%.
No questions. That guy's just Jesus Christ. I wrestled him so many times, and you just pick me up like I'm a feather. It was just like, okay, well, that humbled me pretty good. Thank you very much. Kato Urashima. I mean, everyone that survives the dojo is big talent. There's no question about it. If they don't have talent, they have the fighting spirit and just the will, the ambition to make it, and that's going to push them to the top limit or to their potential, their top potential. There's like 7 guys now in the dojo who are, I think 2 or 3 of them really good, really talented. Not sure if they're going to make the debut because some of them get injuries, they don't get to debut. But I think once they debut, they will be definitely future for not just the junior division, but also for the heavyweights. But they haven't had their debut yet, so we'll see.
So looking into the future, will you focus on tag team wrestling only on your excursion or on your singles careers as well?
Both. Now the focus is definitely tag team.
Yeah.
Where in Europe, obviously we want to do single matches too, and but our first and big goal is to win the IWGP Tag Team Championship and hold it for as long as possible. So for the next, I'd say 5-6 years, it's just run the division, change tag team wrestling, because I think New Japan tag team, like the tag teams are there's like 3 tag teams. The rest is just like single guys combined together, and they might be good, but they're not going to be as good as us because we spend like every minute together, have been for the last almost 5 years now. So that's going to be the goal. But my goal definitely is also to win anything that has the name IWGP in front of it, which is the heavyweight championship too. You can do KOPW, no problem.
I not. I want fight strong guy and make money. Make big money.
He wants to fight like the strongest people possible, not just in New Japan. Yeah. Obviously, everywhere in Europe, America, but also in Japan.
Yeah.
So we
don't care title.
Yeah, he doesn't care too much about titles. He just wants to fight with the strongest.
I can make big money. I get title. If I fight to strong guy, I get title. If I get title, strong guy coming in. Yeah, easy.
So he wants to make the most prize money, and obviously, if we have titles, the people will want to challenge you, and that's usually the strongest.
Just strong guy.
Just strongest. He doesn't care about weak opponents, which I think you'll see when we wrestle here, because indie wrestling in all over the world is usually, they're not built that strong. Obviously, they have some big guys, but I think he's just going to smash them like a grape. But the goal for us is to win championship titles and tag leagues, and not just the World Tag League Tour in the New Japan. We also want to win the All Japan Tag League Tour, any tag league tour that there is, basically. So yeah, that's the goal.
And your immediate plans? Now, this interview will be shown a week before the 16 Carat Gold, so perhaps immediate plans after the 16 Carat Gold weekend. Have you plans?
So, we have a few plans. We have a few matches in other countries. I don't know if they've been announced by then yet, but it doesn't really matter where we go, because in RevPro, they got a tag team championship. We want that. In wXw, they got a tag team championship. We want that. And everywhere we go, I want the tag team titles. That's all I want. And I'm going to fight whoever to get them. So hopefully next week, I will win 16 Carat. You can try your best.
Yeah.
We'll fight each other in the finals if we have to, because we still have single admissions. But yeah, 16 Carat is the goal now, and if we're successful there, then I'll take my title shot. But the goal is for every country and every country to win Tag Team Gold.
Okay. So one last question. At the end of every interview, I'd like to ask a would you rather question. So here's the one for you. Would you rather have a less successful excursion, but a highly acclaimed combat at a major New Japan pay-per-view, or a very successful excursion, but a comeback that tends to go under?
You want good excursion, but not good comeback, or shit excursion, very good comeback?
Not especially shit, just
Not
not
shit,
so
but like not a successful, very good as much.
ケースバイケースね。
Depends.
Number one important. Level up in excursion. You know, easy. If we choose shit excursion,
Yeah.
good excursion, just focus first.
Yeah. Okay, so he says like the most important thing for us is to get better and obviously level up as a tag team. If we can't do that on an excursion, or hopefully we can do it on an excursion and then come back very successful, I think that would be what we choose. So to have a more not successful excursion, but learn as much as we can so that we can come back to Japan and just rule the division.
Okay, thank you so much for taking the time to answer my questions. It's
Thank
been
you.
really fun talking to you. And to everybody watching, be sure to check out our other interviews heading into the wXw Carat week, and see you all next time. Ciao!